Alright, so No Man's Sky is a game that I've really been getting into past month or two, and I've played it for a while, but this recent comeback of it, I've really just loved it, delved into it, and I've actually been seeing a resurgence online and on YouTube and stuff of the game's popularity sort of growing. So I want to just share some quick money making tips for both early game as well as just kind of the overall best way to get money in the game, no matter where you are, once you have like a couple mil to spend. And yeah, just share that with some of the new players who've been coming in. But with that being said, let's get into it. One of the first things that the game teaches you to do on new planets is to start scanning everything. The minerals, the plants, and the animals all give you nanites every time you scan them. So as you can see here, I have a brand new multi-tool. It is a S-class, but it has no upgrades at all. So no scanner upgrades, nothing like that. It's a completely new base multi-tool. So when I scan something like, say, let's try to find a tree. I've already been on this planet a little bit. So when I scan this identified plant, see that it'll give me nanites. There we go. Got 500 nanites. But there's a much more efficient way to do this, and that's with scanner upgrades, as I can show you right quick. So I'll switch over to my other multi-tool that I've already been using, and this one has a bunch of upgrades, but the main ones we're talking about now is scanners. So I have two S-class scanner upgrades, and as you can see there, it says plus 7,000 analysis rewards for flora and plus 7,300 for fauna. And same thing with this one, except it's a little bit less of the percentage. But now, if I can find another plant to scan, let's say this big tree over here, see if I can get it. Let me find something right quick. Here we go. We can do this hazardous plant. Scan this one, and boom. I got 37,000 units just for that one plant. So that's a pretty significant jump. And I could scan this animal that was just crawling. I could show you that you get even more for animals or fauna. 121,000 just for scanning. So I'm going to show you how you can find these S-class scanner upgrades, which would be, in my opinion, should be the first thing that you invest your little bit of money into. Alright, so we're going to head over to the space station in this system. This is the same system. That's the planet we were just on, where we scanned the plants and the animal that I showed you. So we're going to go ahead to the space station in this system, and I'll show you guys where to look for the scanner upgrades. Okay. Once you land in the space station, you want to go and head up to this left platform over here and go over to this guy. So in every space station, there's this dude who sells a multi-tool, which you can always check out, see if it's anything good. Not a lot of slots on here, so it's not really worth it. But the guy himself sells the tech upgrades for the multi-tool, for all the different tech you can install. So go to purchase upgrade modules and let's see what he has. So C-class is not really what you want to look for, but there is right here. He sells a C-class scanner, so if that's the only thing your guy has, then you go ahead and buy it. You could always uninstall later. But boom, right there. You scroll down one tab, and he's selling an S-class scanner module as well as an A-class scanner module. So I got lucky. He just happened to be in this system. But if your guy doesn't sell any of these upgrades, just warp to a different system and go ahead and check out the guy in that system. And they're not really that hard to find. But A-class and S-class is really what you want to go for. And I'd say only buy the A-class if there just straight up isn't an S-class anywhere, and then you can always uninstall the S or uninstall the A and then put on the S-class, what I meant to say. So I'm going to go ahead and buy this one and put it on my multi-tool that we used in the beginning. So I'm going to switch back to this one. So now you can see that this one has 0 upgrades. Let's grab my S-Class one. And if you put it under your scanner, you see how the color highlights around both of them. If you place it next to the technology, you get a little bit more of a bonus. So now you can see there, this one actually gives me a plus 8,700 flora and plus 6,500 fauna. So flora being plants, fauna being the animals. So let's go back to that same planet and try to see how much we can get with this. Alright, back on the same planet, and let me make sure. Here we go, we're still using this multi-tool just with the S-Class scanner, the only upgrade on here. And this is the same animal that we scanned before, so I gotta try to find some new stuff. Now minerals don't have an upgrade from the scanner, so you can see I could scan this mineral and it'll still only give me like a couple hundred, or 200. So the upgrade is mainly, or not mainly, it's only for plants and animals. There's some birds in the sky, so let's go ahead and scan one of these and see how much I get. 35,000. So as you can tell, just with that one upgrade, we went from scanning these guys for only 500, or I think I scanned a plant. But here, we can scan this plant too. 23,000. So we went from scanning stuff for only 500 nanites up to 23 to 30,000, and if you stack upgrades like I said before, you could get even more than that. So again, if I'll switch over to my main multi-tool, and you can see I have 2 scanner upgrades here, and I can actually stack a third one. So if I put another one down here or next to it, I can get even more money. But yeah, the S-Class scanner upgrades are really what you want to be going for early game, and they're not too expensive nanite wise, and early game missions do give you a good bit of nanites. So if you're just starting out and you want some quick cash just from going to new planets, landing, scanning, etc., that's probably the best way to go about it. Alright, so now we're back in a different space station. All I did was warp just to go to a new system. And we're going to go ahead and run to the right side over to the raid terminal. Now, this method that I'm about to show you guys is, as far as I know, and as far as what I could see online, the absolute best way to just get money no matter where you are in the game. So as you can see, the wiring looms is what we're looking for, and this system has 74 of them, and I could buy them all for 4 mil. So you're gonna need a little bit of money to start out doing this, so like I said, just go ahead and do the scanner thing till you have some cash to sit on. And every single item has a demand, and wiring looms are sold in every system. So as you can see here, the demand is 1.5, so it's a little bit more, or we're going to be spending a little bit more units than you normally would, but it's okay. We're going to go ahead and buy all of them since I have the money to. Just buy as many as you can, and on these first transactions you're going to lose a little bit of money, so just be prepared for that. And essentially what we're going to be doing is taking these wiring looms we just bought, going to a different system, so we're going to be warping somewhere. We're going to sell those looms, which is going to crash the economy and bring the demand way down so that we can buy them all back plus what they have for less than we sold them for. So that sounds very complicated, but it's, once you see it in action, it's going to make a little bit more sense. Also, I want to show you another quick tip here for you early game players. Every time you warp to a new system, you can go ahead and talk to this dude, the technology merchant, for exosuit research, and in this little terminal you can buy another storage upgrade for your exosuit, so either in your general, your tech, or your cargo. So that's also really useful when you're doing this, because wiring looms are going to take up a good bit of space. So if every time you warp you want to go ahead and buy another slot from your new system, you can go ahead and do that as well. And you can do that in tandem if you're still searching for the S-class stuff for your multi-tool. You can go ahead and check on all of that all at once. So now that we bought all the looms from this system, we're going to go ahead and warp to a new one. Alright, we arrived in the new system, so we're going to just head straight for the space station. When you're just straight up economy crashing, you don't really need to worry about visiting planets or anything like that. Of course, if you want to, you can, if you want to really like scan a bunch of stuff. But for just straight up economy crashing, which is what I'm going to show you right now, it's not really necessary. Just jump from system to system, going from space station to space station. So we landed en route. So again, if you're a new player, you can go ahead to that side and go buy your either scan over module if you're still looking for it, or your new inventory slot. But I already have all that, so we're just gonna head straight for the terminal. So right now we're in the buy section. As you can see here, they have 67 wiring looms for sale for 3 mil. But what we're gonna do before we buy those is sell them all of ours. So right now, if you in the buy section, the demand is negative 4.2. So when we sell all of ours, and like I said, you're gonna lose money on this first transaction. So we're gonna sell these for 1.8 mil. We're gonna sell 47 of them. Then we're gonna go back into the buy section, and the demand has dropped to negative 25. So we can buy 141. So we're buying all of the ones that we just sold to them, plus what they already had in stock back from them for 5 mil. Now we're going to jump to another system and do it all over again. Right, here we go. Once again, don't care about visiting the planets, just going to go straight for the space station. Let's go ahead and head to the terminal. And they're selling only 10, so it's going to be different for each system. They may not have a lot, but again, go ahead and sell first. And here they are. We're going to sell them 141 of them for 3.3 mil. And then we're going to buy them all back for 3.4 mil. So we're buying all we sold plus 10 for basically the same price. So this economy didn't have that many, but you can see the demand here is super low now, negative 57, which means they're going to start selling for less and less and less the more looms you sell them. So just going to rinse and repeat. Go ahead and warp and sell them, buy them back, keep going. Go ahead and go back to terminal and do the same thing we've been doing. Sell first, buy after. Alright, so we're going to sell all these for 3.7 mil. And buy them all back for 5.7 mil. So they had a lot of looms and they were in the positive. So again, you're going to lose a little bit of money when you're first starting. But once you have a lot of looms, it's going to be pretty exponential money you're going to be making. So let's check my inventory. So right now we only have a little bit, as you can see here. But I'm just going to keep going and I'll speed up the footage or make a quick jump cut or something so you guys can see just how much money you'll make. Oh, I also want to quickly clarify that this is not like a glitch or anything. This is implemented in the game and it's been in the game for a little while. It gets tweaked every once in a while, like how much things sell for or how quickly you can get a lot of looms. But it always works out in the end once you have a good bit of them. So it's not something that'll like be patched out. or at least I wouldn't think so considering how long it's been in the game. So I just wanted to clear that up real quick while we're warping here. Okay, so here we go. This is the first one that we made a profit on. So we're profiting by 9 mil here because we sold them all for 5.9 and we're gonna buy them all back plus more for 5 mil. And the demand is really low. The lowest it can be, I believe, is like 82, negative 82. So we're getting around here. So I think from here on out, unless the economy we go to has like a lot of wiring looms, we should be profiting from every single sale that we make. So just gonna keep going a little bit and we'll just see how much money we can get here. Alright, this is gonna be the last warp here because I'd say I've been playing doing economy crashing for maybe about 30 to 40 minutes, so not super long, but I just do want to show you how much profit you can be getting from these wiring looms and economy crashing just in half an hour to 40 minutes. I haven't been playing a super long time, but again, the longer you do it, the more storage space you have to carry, the more looms you get, the more money you're going to be making exponentially. So let's see how much we get here on this last sale. Alright, we're going to sell them. Could sell all 681 for 17.2 million. Boom. So if you wanted to stop economy crashing, you could end right there and not buy them back. But what I always do is go ahead and buy them back. So we're gonna buy them back for 8 mil. So we sold them for 17, bought them back for 8. So almost a 10 mil profit right here. And you could just keep going from here if you want to just keep economy crashing, or if you want to go do something else. I have a good bit of inventory space, so I can, and I still have a whole bunch of cargo, so I could go ahead and do something else in the game, maybe go scan some more stuff or go to the Nexus and do missions. But as long as I have these looms on me, I don't have to restart from the beginning. As long as I'm in a new system and I sell them, I'm going to be profiting just as much as if I were to just keep crashing right now. So I hope that helps. Just some little tips from me to you. And if you enjoyed this video, then leave a like. And if you want to see more No Man's Sky stuff, whether it be tips or just me and my buds playing, then do let me know in the comments. And if you have any other like questions or things that you want either clarified about economy crashing or the scanners, or just new tips that maybe you've been playing and something's confusing you, then like I said, do let me know in the comments. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this helps, and I'll see you guys in the next one.